2, 1. Ready, go!
Hey Aussie Gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast created in the Southern Hemisphere where the internet is slow and the prices are as high as the temperature. Here are your hosts, Lucas and Red. Hey everyone, this is episode 151 and today is Tuesday the 15th of November 2016. I am your host Lucas and here with me is my very good friend Red. How are you, mate?
Absolutely fantastic, man, and good to hear that you're safe and sound after your tumultuous week with Mother Nature.
Oh, I know, man. I'm so sick of fires, man. I'll tell you a bit about that, but if you haven't seen the Lucas's Last 48 where I talked about it, it got a little bit emotional, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Not a lot about it, but a little bit about it today. But before we start, though, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we will have video game discussion, and that is where we talk about games. That's the fun part of the show. Then we'll do video game news, and in this week's news we have hidden new IP for Ubisoft, Microsoft angry at Activision, Xbox One sales still flying, and we'll also have a little bit on the Wii U Death update. But that'll be later in the show. Then we'll do What's That Sound, Red's Shout, and Last Words. So, Red, video game discussion.
All right. I've got a little disclaimer. I've had the I suppose it's the gaming equivalent of the yips. I've rage quit.
Whoa, hang on. What's the yips?
You know when? If I was to put it in a cricket terminology, like one of my videos, it's just one of those runs where you're not having a good old bash and everything seems to annoy you, if you know what I mean, and you react adversely, not like you normally would.
Right. Okay.
So the last 2 days, like my wife has just flown back in from 3 weeks being away. We spent like 8 days together in between me being away for 3 weeks. So it just feels like I hadn't seen her for months. So all the lack of sleep and everything was getting on top of me. And I play everything on super duper hard because I'm super duper stupid.
Yep.
And lately, like yesterday, we played some Battlefield. And then I'm like, I'm really not feeling this at the moment. So I said to the boys about 9 o'clock, I said, look, I'm going to go to bed. You know, and then I turned the PlayStation off, and then I went, I'm not ready for bed, so I'll turn the Xbox on, because that's one of the privileges and the luxuries I have at the moment. So I went, multiplayer, I'm not feeling it at the moment. I'll have a go at the campaign. I'll put a level in. So
campaign on what?
Call of Duty.
Infinite Warfare?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot I had to stipulate that now that they're releasing 17 at a time. And I died within about 6 minutes. Rage quit.
No! Playing it on hard.
Played Rocket League yesterday. Got 2 goals scored against me in about 25 seconds. Rage quit. I just fucking turned off. I said, I can't be fucked.
Okay, so the yips, losing. Right?
Yeah, I got the yips, mate. I'm just like, fuck this, fuck that, Skyrim. All right, let's try Skyrim. Let's load this up. At least it doesn't take 15 hours to load anymore. Walk down the hill. There's the giant. Oh, everyone's beating the giant. I'm going to go fucking hit this dude on the snout. I walk in with me double-handed. He went, and fucking smash. Rage quit.
You know better than that, don't you?
Oh, fucking you've all done it.
Yeah, but I exploited the game though.
Yeah.
Because the giant won't walk over the little rock weirs, so I just stepped over the line and fired at him with my arrows, and then he would walk away because he can't get me. So then I'd just walk past the threshold and make him come back, and then I'd back off again. I couldn't take him on without doing that.
I think that's pretty smart, though.
Well, it is. It's an exploit. It's not cheating, but it's exploiting the game's design. I can do that. You can do it in-game without hacking or cheating. So, yeah.
No.
Got
rage quit.
Fucking
rage quit on life. Fuck. But, yeah, that's only the last couple of days. I don't know. I've been enjoying sitting down. I've been enjoying playing games. I think whether I enjoyed the routine more just for the last couple of days, but it's just one of those moods that I've been in. But that by no means put any dampener on the games at all. I just knew it was me, if you know what I mean. Just a chemical imbalance there. I just wanted to go to bed and watch TV with Prue. So I think that may have been the catalyst to most of them going, nah, fuck this. Had I tasted success, I probably would have sat there till 1 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? But that's been the last couple of days. But other than that, we recorded last week. So I'll play a little bit more. I'll play those games in particular, but I'll emphasise a little bit more. Call of Duty on the Xbox One, I predominantly have been playing zombies because... Okay. I play the multiplayer with my brother because he helped me get it for my birthday. So any chance he gets, because he's a very busy person, as you and I know, if he goes, oh right, I got an hour and a half tonight, Aaron. I'm like, oh okay, yep, Call of Duty multiplayer, let's do it. But he's been away in Fiji, working hard, of course. You should see the photos of Fiji this time of year.
I've seen some of them. I'm friends with your brother.
On Facey, yeah, that's right. But so I haven't been playing multiplayer. He goes, now, Aaron, you don't progress any further. We're doing this together. And I went, yeah, no, fair, cool. That's cool. I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying spending time with him. But something he's not interested in, i.e. campaign and zombies, I can feel free to rort that all I want while he's away. I'm really enjoying the zombies. I think Activision lost their way. Oh, not Activision. Yeah, Activision lost their way with their zombies implementation since Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was great zombies.
I would have said Black Ops.
Yeah, they were cool zombies, but the best zombies is probably still World at War, the original.
Oh, sorry, is that the original? I'm talking about the original one, so World at War is my opinion then.
Yeah.
The original one.
Yeah. I don't know, you might like this style, because I know we tried Shadows of Fuckville on Black Ops 3, whatever that's properly called. That was just rapey, man. That was so hard.
Stupid with all those little flying bees and shit.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, these guys, like, it's called Zombies in Spaceland, which is the 1980s equivalent of a sci-fi, what do they call them, theme park.
Yep.
And you got 80s music in the background, so I'm running around training zombies, shooting them last night to Tainted Love and the Final Countdown, and you got David Hasselhoff as the MC.
Is that the songs that are in it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crushing shit to, whoa, Tainted Love.
Yeah, mad.
So, that, as with Mafia, they had a really chilled and really cool soundtrack, to the point where I've researched and I'm starting to learn a couple of the songs on acoustic just because I loved listening to them in game. So, being musical and having an appreciation for music that I have, and like you have as well, but because I play the guitar and everything, hearing these songs in game really engages me. Like you loved that Rebel Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's a hook for you. And the last couple of games, for me, the soundtracks have been the big hook. Zombies, Spaceland, I should talk a little bit more about that quickly. I know I already have, but I'm just saying I've got a little bit further. I'm figuring out which way to go. The mystery boxes, you've got to turn power on. If you're at all put off by zombies and you don't know where the power is to turn stuff on so you can buy Juggernog and everything like that, if you go into single solo play or local play and do one player, they've got a big map, like you walk into a shopping centre and you are here, or you walk into a theme park, you are here.
Yeah. And
you can hold X on it, and it'll give you a guided tour. So it'll slow the game right down for you, and it'll give you a guided tour of the theme park, and it'll show you where everything is.
Well, that's good.
It's so accessible. This Zombies is accessible. They've gone back to 3-hit death instead of 2 down. Waves 1 to 10 are just really easy to overcome. You shouldn't get too much. You shouldn't have too much issue overcoming waves 1 to 10, because you open the first door, you buy your first door for $12.50, and then you run up and you can buy a shotgun off the wall for $7.50, and this shotgun will one-hit kill to about round 8 and one-hit headshot kill to about 12. But you can get to wave 12, 13 without spending way too much money on guns and ammo. So I suggest you get in there, have a play around, take the guided tour. It's really cool when you die. If you still got people in there, like last night, you get taken to this Afterlife arcade, and you can play all Activision games from like the Commodore 64 and the Atari games.
Oh, while you wait for the round.
Yeah, like Chopper Land and Pitfall and all those. No, what's that? Cussler's Revenge.
Oh,
That's not on there.
What's that?
Like that's the most controversial game ever created. Cussler's Revenge.
Well, I've never heard of it.
Where you dodge arrows, and you've got you're in the Wild West, and there's an Indian, like a Native American woman tied to a cactus, and you've got your big dick hanging out, and every time you make it to her, you give her one.
I've never heard of this game.
Oh, it's the most controversial game ever released. Cussler's Revenge. You got to check it out.
Okay, I will.
Just check out YouTube videos, and then you'll understand, because it depicts sexual assault and doodles.
Okay.
yeah, cool. But so you get to play. I've played Chopper Attack, Chopper Land, Pitfall. They've even got the old, the arcade games that you go play and they spit out tickets. Like you got to try and get so many basketballs in, or you got to do the rolly thing where it rolls up and you got to try and land it in a hole. Yeah, it's got all that in this little arcade thing. And if you buy instant revive straight off the bat when you're playing solo, that means you get a free revive and you got to walk through a portal to go back out, or you can just spend as much time in this little arcade as you want.
Nice.
Yeah, hence my comment why they give you 17 games for the price of one. There is all old Activision games, and they play just like the old arcade machines, so that's absolutely fantastic. So I spent a lot of time in there just playing old retro games.
That's cool. That is really cool.
So basically at the end of the day, COD Zombies, try it out. There's a lot on offer, even if Zombies hasn't been my thing for 4 installments of Call of Duty. And I really, really like this one. Moving on, we touched on Skyrim earlier, where I died and rage quit.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit further. I think I'm level 4 now. I'll probably put about 3 hours in. This time, I'm doing it a little bit more, not obsessive properly, like not OCD properly, but properly like where I'll read the main... you can pick up heaps of books and scrolls and everything, and it's just riddled with lore. I'll read the important ones, if you know what I mean. Instead of skipping everything, I'll read what's going on and try and get a good basis and history of the actual location that I'm in at the time. And it makes making decisions between A and B a little bit easier if you've got a little bit of background story. So that game is not going to be what it was originally in my life, where it was just all I played when I played games, sorry. It's now going to be just something I do for 3 or 4 hours at a time, but do it properly, if you know what I mean. So I've taken a step back just from hacking and slashing everything, and now I'm just going to start to explore the world and completely understand it, because there's people out there that just a Skyrim lore mad. There's a few games out there with that sort of cult following, like League of Legends and not so much League, but that's got lore behind it. WoW, I was going to say. It's just it's riddled with lore and quality.
Yeah, so, I played it a little bit as well. My Steam Link arrived, so I've set that up and played it on my telly. I've put about 9 hours into it now. So not overly much, but enough that I'm really enjoying it. I'm not really too fussed with the lore and story and all that sort of stuff. What I've been doing, I've just literally been spelunking, if you will. I like that word. I'm just walking around the map and just doing things that I come across. I might find a fort of enemies, of those bandits.
Yep.
So I'll just get into a fight with them and try and kill them all. And that's how I ended up fighting that giant, because I found them and thought, I'll give it a go. And I'm leveling up and adding me attribute points to all my different little bits and pieces. So making the bow and arrow more powerful, two-handed more powerful, and sneak as well.
Yeah. The only other thing you need to work in is light armor.
Yeah, light armor is being worked on as well.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, so I've been working on that. I mean, actually, I've just remembered. I wanted to pull you up on something. You were giving old Weeksy a bit of a hard time for going the Wood Elf.
Did you like that?
Well, not really. I chose a Wood Elf.
Yeah.
So what of it? What's wrong with picking a Wood Elf, huh?
Well, you're a fantasy RPG casual.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh.
It's the casual class.
Why is it a casual class?
But you don't have to get up in anything's face. You shoot stuff. Like, how fucking boring is that? This is purely my opinion for comical value. Nah. I said I fucking knew you were going to bring it up on the podcast. Oh, I love it when all the pins align and I just knock them down. Nah. Oh, look, mate. I go a tank. How fucking creative is that? It's kind of like a fanboy war as a ranged versus a tank. They're both very newbie classes.
How many? Yeah, but how many giants have you killed, Red?
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, but it's just it's not a very good class. It's just for casuals. I get up in their face and get fucking hit for 6.
And rage quit.
And rage quit. Sucked in. Yeah, pins are lining up for you. Knock them down, Red. Go for it.
No, because I was having a chat with Weeks. He told me what was going on. I said, "You didn't go the Wood Elf." I said, "You didn't go range, did you? With light armor and restoration." He goes, "Huh?" I went, "You fucking noob."
He knows what he's doing. That's a good way to go. That's what I'm doing.
I'm fat. I'd rather pause it and eat 37 potatoes.
I've tried eating the potatoes, because I saw a lot of the memes. You know, oh, excuse me, I'll just halfway through this fight, I'll eat 37 potatoes or whatever. The potatoes give you fuck all health.
That's why you got to eat 37 of them.
Yeah, I know, but even 37 of them does nothing. So I started fucking hoeing down on cabbages and fucking leather boots and everything. So yeah, I'm using some mods. Are you modding things?
No, I'm gonna do 2 playthroughs, one with the Rangers and one with the Stormcloaks. So,
Now, the only thing is the mods will turn off your
achievements.
Yeah. But look, I'm playing it on PC and I don't really care about Steam achievements. So I put on a whole bunch of mods. And tell me, am I cheating? I've got one on there that changes. Like most of them are all aesthetics, you know, lighting and you know. I've put up some posts which point like at little forks in the paths. There'll be signposts. Which have like the main cities on them and stuff. But there's one that I want to see what your opinion is. If I'm cheating, I've put on a mod which alters my carrying capacity.
Look, I think I know the mod you're talking about. It reduces some things, but it ups other things. Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the one that changes like the realistic weights.
That mod I know.
Yeah, it's not that one. It's the one, like, what's your normal carrying capacity, like 200 or whatever?
250 start with, something around there.
Yeah, I've changed it to 10,000.
It's mods like that is why achievements are turned off.
Yeah, that's right. Look, I wanted to do that because it's one thing that really annoys me about those games, and everyone is welcome to their own opinion, but I think it is making me enjoy the game a lot more. Because
you're not having to stop and salvage. I can understand that. You get a little bit of it continues on for you, and you can just go do what you want. Fuck the day you do hit the cap and you go, uh-oh. You're either going to have a big bonfire of shit, or you're going to be one rich mother. Make sure you got the mod turned on as well. If you're going to do that, make sure you got them. There's a mod that makes all vendors rich.
Oh yeah, so you can sell it. So they can buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, look, I'm not terribly fussed about that because I still want to earn my money legitimately, right? So I'm not cheating to give myself infinite funds. I'm not cheating to give myself things that are worth more. Everything that I'm going to sell, I'm legitimately finding and looting because I think that'd ruin the fun, just fucking having everything.
Yeah,
but if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, because Skyrim's a massive game,
you get over cucumbered,
and I'm full, I don't know the game well enough to go back to a store and sell it all and stuff like that. I'm not real that sort of savvy with it. So I figured if I turn this on, I'm going to be able to just continue on, have my fun. If I find something really cool, I don't have to spend 20 minutes working out what I should get rid of that's not very valuable. I can just take everything and then I can worry about it later. So I don't necessarily want rich vendors. If I can't sell it to them because they don't have the money, then so be it. But yeah. I just don't want that issue when I'm out in the field. And actually, coming to think of it, I don't even think it was a mod. I think it was just one of those like little cheat codes that you can put in using the console. Because it's on PC, you can press like the whatever that button is, you know, the squiggly line next to the 1 on the keyboard.
Oh yeah, I used to. Yes, I know. Yeah. I know that button.
Yeah, you press that and it brings up a little prompt thing.
Oh, does it? You know what? Do you know the only use I've ever had for that fucking key on the keyboard?
Yeah. What?
When I used to play the the Game Boy Advanced emulator.
Yeah.
And I played Pokemon. You know how the first 3 or 4 hours are real boring?
Yeah.
I used to if you held that in, that'd up the frame rate to about 250.
Yeah, and it sped it up so you didn't have to walk real slow.
Yeah, you just go till you got your bike.
Yeah. But yeah, so you press that, and Reprimir told me some code, and he like you just type it in. It's kind of just like a cheat, you know. And punched it in, and just gave myself 10,000 carry capacity. And
why am I not surprised that come from Reprimir?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I was chatting with him when I was playing it, and I told him, I said, "Is there a mod to do this?" And he goes, "Oh, you can just type this in." I'm like, all right. But that's about all I'm going to do. I mean, like I said, I'm not hurting anybody. It's just, I just thought that little alteration would improve my experience, and it has. I love it.
But that's what Skyrim's all about. Your playstyle, like I know we just had a bit of a laugh with Wood Elves or arranged versus tank versus magic. But Skyrim's all about your own experience. There is no multiplayer. There is no leaderboards. There is no best in the fucking world. The only thing that you're striving for to get out of Skyrim is personal fucking enjoyment. So if you want to do that and you want to fucking be Gishnu and give yourself 7 hands or 6 hands so you can carry all weapons, then fucking do it. If that's what's fun. But you just said that your integrity of the, you don't want to break the integrity of the game, so you're earning and buying everything for yourself. Yeah. And if you did cheat to get everything good, you're only denying one person the feeling of success, and that's yourself. So if everyone's allowed, as you said, everyone's allowed to your opinion, but also fuck their opinions when it comes to Skyrim. Well,
yeah, look, they might have their own opinions, but their own opinions are only worth the conversation value. It's their opinion won't. Like if someone said to me, "You shouldn't do that," okay, well, I'm still going to do it because I want to, and I'm enjoying it that way. If it's increasing my enjoyment, then it's a good thing.
Yep, and that's what video games are.
Yeah, and I think that if I did cheat and give myself $1 billion or whatever, I think that would ruin my experience, so I won't do that.
So do I, yeah. You miss out on those little 1% feelings of success when you get something brand new and you've earned it.
Yeah, and I don't want to make myself super duper powerful without earning it, because then the victories aren't as, you know...
They're hollow.
Yeah, it's just like, well, I can just do that to everyone. It's stupid. So yeah, no, but I'm really enjoying it. Got about 9 hours into it, but I've been stuck playing something else that we'll move on to once you're finished.
Well, bring it in now.
Oh, you done? Okay, well,
no, I'm not done. But this is a discussion. It's not regimented. So, what if you just touched on something? Emphasise for me.
All right, done. Battlefield 1. Now, there's been a little bit of bit of to and froing.
Bit of controversy.
Yeah, a bit of controversy over the campaign's length. Now, I made a comment in one of my last 48 videos where it was I made it quite clear that I hadn't played the game at that stage.
I was all hearsay, yeah.
It was what I had heard, and I'd heard that it was a 5-hour campaign, and I expressed how disappointing that sounded. And a couple of people have mentioned, no, it's been 10 hours. Ross Mark, he says that it was a 10-hour experience for him. Now, Roy Boy did a campaign review on the AussieGamersExpress.com website, and he said it was a 5-hour experience. Now, but do you know, you've got information that he played it on easy, is that right?
Yes, he did. To quote Roy, I played it on easy, and I turned around. There's the objective. I ran straight towards it, killed a couple of people, turned around. There's my next objective. He never deviated off the path.
Okay. Right. Now, that going back to what we were talking about last week, in the last week's episode with The Last of Us took me 20 hours, but I can finish it in 9. Is it a 9-hour experience? Is it a 20-hour experience? I think, essentially, it's a 20-hour experience that can be completed a lot faster if you just ignore everything and just fly through on an easy setting, right?
Yes.
Now, with Battlefield 1, I haven't completed it yet.
Okay.
Okay. I have put a little bit of time into... I've got 2 of the war stories to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done like the intro-y thing in 3.
Yep.
Is that right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I'm not going to comment on the total time yet because I haven't finished it. I will hopefully finish that later today. And I'll talk about it in my last 48 video that will go up today.
Yep.
And but what I really do want to say is that what I have played so far is one of the most fucking fantastic experiences that I have ever played in a first-person shooter.
How fucking good is it?
It is fantastic. It really brought back feelings of when I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in, 2007 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And it was like one of the first current generation of the time first-person shooters that I'd ever played. Previous to that, it was like Doom. And Battlefield 1 is absolutely hitting every point fantastically. Which one was it? Can't remember the name of it, but the one where you... Oh, it's the first one, the tank one.
Yes.
And you've got to go get the spark plugs.
Yes.
Oh, I enjoyed that. That was so cool because it's such a large open area that you play in with specific things that you need to do, but you could do it many different ways. Like, I went one way, got killed. I went a different way and managed to get the objective. And sneaking around, I didn't have a silenced weapon, so I'd have to use the lure, throw a little empty casing and lure them and melee them. And then I would loot the area, go and look in the boxes, and I found a silenced pistol and a silenced sniper rifle. So I'm like, okay, I can do some ranged killing now. So it all changed up a bit depending on the way I went, and I found different things and moved through the areas. The graphics, god damn, those graphics are amazing.
Aren't they fantastic? Even in multiplayer. Even in multiplayer, they are brilliant. That campaign... And the sound is brilliant.
Oh, the sound is great. But then on top of that, it's a first-person shooter with really good stories. Now, if you don't know how it works, the Battlefield 1 campaign isn't however long the bloody campaign goes for. I don't know yet. And I'm keeping what I do know so far as a secret. It's not one long X amount campaign story. It's 5 individually
chapters,
but all of a completely different story. So think about if you went and spoke to your grandfather who may have been in the war. If he told you a war story, one chapter is him telling that story and you play it out, and then somebody else tells a war story and it's a completely different story, different characters, different things that happen, and it all plays out so fantastic.
Yeah,
and
it's like talking to the uncle that's a Vietnam vet that was in the army, and then talking to your pop that was in World War One and World War Two in the Navy, and then Air Force. It is so good.
It's so fantastic. I've got 2 more to go, and I'm really itching to play them. It was just an amazing. Now I've been recording. This is how I'm keeping track of the time. You see, on the PlayStation 4, which I'm playing it on. With the latest update, you can up the video capture to 60 minutes. So I've upped it to 60 minutes, and I'm just recording my gameplay.
Yep.
and then I'm canning the recording every time I hit a checkpoint and starting it again. And then at the end, because when you go into the
Media gallery.
Yeah, wherever you can see all your stored videos, your captures, they all have
Capture
time.
gallery.
Capture gallery. Yeah, they have the time, how long each video is. So I'm just going to go and add up all the times once I'm finished, and that'll be how long my gameplay is. And then I'll make like a
playlist.
I'll make a video of me explaining the experience and things like that. But look, regardless, doesn't matter how long that I've spent on it so far. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to walk out of it at the end complaining about the length, because if it ended now, I think I'd still be happy with it.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Oh, that's been my standpoint the whole time.
And
because, as you said, you changed up your gameplay. I went and looted this and I found this, and my gameplay style got to change to this. But you played on easy, you just run through. You miss out on that chance to tactically take out a little battalion, increase your repertoire of abilities in order to complete the mission, because it'd be too easy. That's my biggest gripe. That's why I played this one. I play everything nearly on hard, but specifically this was going to be on hard because I knew going in the potential length of the game. I wanted to get the most out of it.
Yeah. But now, look, I'm playing it on normal, and the difficulty seems really well balanced. I'm dying. I've died a few times.
Oh, you will.
But I never found it impossible, because I just tried something different the next time, and I managed to get around. It wasn't stupid hard, but it definitely wasn't easy. There have been quite a few moments, like in the tank one, where there's like big tank battles. I had to quickly run and hide, and there's a few times where I died and all that sort of stuff. But I love the War Stories idea. I love the 5 different chapters. I love that it's not a one big story, because
you can sit down and dedicate 2 hours to it and get a full experience, but then come back to the same mechanics and play a different story with the same amount of quality.
But there's no lull in the excitement, because they're short stories. It's all fairly
bam,
exciting. And
you're climaxing the whole time, except for the end when you really climax.
And the characters are really cool too, even though you've got a shorter time with characters because they're new for each chapter. I've still found myself feeling for these characters. They get the emotion across really well.
It was such a bleak time in history, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was talking to Pat last night, Snoogans. I said to him, look, it's probably one of the most engaging war games that I've ever played, but it also felt like it paid respects to the Fallen as well. Like it just felt respectful. I don't know how everyone would take that, but I felt that it was quite well done. But Pat said that he didn't really like the fact that when you died, the name comes up on the screen. And I think he's referring to at the beginning, because it's a different person every time. But there was something that we're talking about. Are those names fictional?
I don't reckon.
You reckon they're real names?
Yeah.
See, Roy was saying that they're fictional, but Pat wasn't so sure. Me, I don't know. I haven't checked.
Well, the locations are all spot on. The dates are all spot on. The era of weaponry and dialogue is all spot on. I find it hard to believe that they'd be fictional. Like, obviously,
dialogue is spot on? What do you mean?
Like their accents and the way they talk, and if you know what I mean. Like the Aussie have you played the Aussie one?
No, that's next.
Yeah, okay. Well, you play that, then you'll understand what I mean.
But is that disrespectful to put up names, considering some people may see family members' names?
You'd have to get permission.
Well, that's another thing that Pat mentioned as well. He said it's 100 years ago. Is it public record? Do they need permission?
You'd think in this instance, the answer is no, but you'd think a conglomerate like EA and DICE would.
And that was another thing that I mentioned to Pat last night. I said, look, whether they did or didn't need to get permission, you'd like to think that they would, just out of respect.
Oh, the last thing they want after putting this much quality into a video game is any form of civil backlash.
Yeah. But I don't know. Look, Personally, I would like to think that they're fictional names. I don't think they need to be real people's names.
Oh, I don't know. I like the individual acts of heroism that changed the bloody front of the war.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it could be something that they would be proud of, the families, or it could hurt people. I don't know.
It could, but considering it's based on World War One, is there one World War One vet remaining, or are they all deceased?
Oh, mate, I don't know. I'm not
Australian-wide anyway. But I don't think there's any PTSD issues because of, well, the existence of World War One veterans anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have a bit of research and we'll comment on it next week when we're talking about Battlefield 1, because I can guarantee you we'll be all playing it.
Yeah, but see, I'm not suggesting bringing on PTSD or sort of agitating it or anything like that, but more so just for people our age that are playing it may see ancestors' names come up, which, look, for me personally, I would probably feel a little bit I would be happy for it. I would be
pride would
honoured.
Be
yes, I'd be proud of my ancestors. If I don't know of any of my ancestors that were in the war, they may or may not have been, but I don't know. But if there were, and I recognise the name, I would be proud, massively proud, because these stories that I've seen so far, they're of heroism. They're not anything but. Even the shitty one was a little bit prideful, I guess.
Tasteful.
I don't even care if that's not a word. Prideful. But anyway, I've talked about it for a while now. That's how much I've really enjoyed it. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to finish it because I really do want to put it to bed too about the campaign length. And I'd like to think that the way I'm playing it is definitive, because I'm playing it on normal and I'm not rushing, but I'm also not dilly-daddling. I'm not searching for shit. I'm not...
Nah, that's an easy playthrough. I'm not searching for collectibles either.
I'm
experiencing it.
I'm only searching for things that I think I need to get through, like guns and ammo.
And guns and grenades.
Yeah, and grenades and stuff. Yeah, that I'm searching for. And I'm not rushing. I'm going around the outsides, trying to play the game the way I want to. So I think it'll be a definitive, nice in the middle. It's not going to be Roy Boy, but it's probably not going to be
Red mode.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get to that and we'll cap it off next week. But there'll no doubt be a video during the week about how I went with it.
Absolutely. Well, that leads straight into what most of my week's been taken up with, and that's Battlefield 1 multiplayer.
Tanking it?
Well, not so much, because I think everyone's cottoned on to how cool the tanks are. So I spawn in because of my shitinette down here in Tasmania, because your bandwidth does depict, or it does decide how quickly you can get into a game, because obviously there's a lot of network loading with a map that size. So everyone loads in first and takes the fucking tanks.
Yeah.
But that's all well and good. So I'm now level 61. I've played it for 90 hours.
Jeez.
I got 4,711 kills and 2,460 deaths, which equates to a 1.92 KD ratio, almost at 2, man.
Wow.
Yeah, going good. Loving it. But the one big thing I wanted to touch on this week, I know I keep talking about Battlefield 1 multiplayer, doing this, doing that, rah, given the stats, moving on. One thing I would like to touch on this week, because you've got your 4 classes. You've got Support, Assault, Scout, and Medic.
Yep.
And each of those have a weapon that can only be unlocked when you get that class to level 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my Assault class to level 10 earlier this week, and that unlocked a gun called the Hellregal, and it's got a drum mag of 60. It's essentially, it's got the range of an assault rifle, but the fire rate of an SMG. Though you've got 60 in the barrel, you can't hold down for 60 because it'll overheat and you've got to stop. You don't have to. actually reload, but it'll slow you down. There's still pros and cons to it. So, and you only get one backup mag, if you know what I mean. So you've got very limited amount of time holding down the R2 to shoot, unless you've got a support running with you and a medic to get you up. So it's a very good squad weapon. I lead the way, unless someone's running a shotgun as well, which you do on Argonne Forest. We run in a line, so the shotgun will go first. I go directly behind, and then you got your medic and support behind them, because you got your ranged and your ability to raise the dead. So we've got a really good squad run, and it's just a brilliant gun. I recommend, even if you don't like the assault class too much, someone needs to be good. Because with a good assault class, you can bring down a heavy tank in about 20 seconds, and you have the best, arguably the best gun in the game. So that's my highlight from Battlefield 1 multiplayer this week, is obtaining the new assault weapon. I think it's the shit.
Cool.
So that's Battlefield 1 flogged to death. Yeah, I played a few games of Rocket League. I moved to gold in ranked doubles. So not much to report there, just flying around. And last but not least, I was lucky enough to get the Xbox One age account off you. Yes.
Yep.
Pried that away, and I got to play a game called Slain Back from Hell.
Oh, yes. I have
and now,
that.
Before we had the opportunity to review this, I had seen it on the store before, and I had watched a trailer. So it come across as 2D Metroidvania, I think that genre is actually, platformer with heavy metal and elements of hell. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. So he plays a dude with the long metal hair and everything like that. And it just showed, obviously in the trailer, it showed a lot of specky bits from the game. But this week I got to try it. So quickly, it's who developed that one? Wolf Brew Games, and it came out September 2016. And my experience with it, it's a 2D platformer with a Dark Souls-like combat engine.
Yep.
It is very hard. Very, very hard. I completed the first level quite easily. I completed the second level with a little bit of strain. Third level, I'm fucking struggling, because your health bar is all well and good, and it does give you sufficient amount of health and the ability to regain mana and health mid-map, like checkpoints. That's the only difference between this being like a true 80s, 90s platformer in today's day and age. You do have checkpoints, and it does help. But because of the Souls-style difficulty spike, you need it, or you will just 90% of players would just get stuck.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
if you don't have a checkpoint, like the checkpoint's not directly before like a level-ending boss. You've still got a couple of things to get through, a couple of enemies, not so necessarily hard enemies, but if you die, you go back to this checkpoint. If you rush it and you take a hit or two from these enemies leading into the boss, well, it's your fault. Take your time, take a full stack of health in, and then take the boss on.
Yeah.
I like that. I like how it doesn't hold your hand, but it gives you the chance to succeed. So that's really cool. But the combat system, it's actually really, really gnarly. I'm playing on the box, obviously, so we use bumpers, not R1s. So left bumper is you do a dash back. But if you're trying to dodge someone, and you're dodging on the left-hand side of screen, say, and you go to run away from them back towards the left-hand side of the screen, you hit your backdash, well, you backdash back towards them. So there's no rolling and stuff like that. And there's a counter. You got a block button, but if you, like a lot of action-adventure games, if you block at the right time, you parry and you can go into critical hit mode. And this possesses it, and it's absolutely fantastic. Projectiles can also be returned with a correct timing of a swipe of your sword. So there's lots of little bits and pieces that are integrated into the combat mechanic that just make this one hell of a fucking game with an awesome soundtrack. There's I think the game was about 600 megabytes, and I reckon you've got about 80 megabytes of just metal riffs on there. You know, just that royalty freestyle metal guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that the whole way, and it's just absolutely brilliant. Difficulty is brutal. You die, you don't have much of a chance. You hit one of the red puddles of blood, that's insta-death. It's not like the old games where you used to jump in there and Sonic would lose all his rings and you'd pop back out and have a chance to keep going. No, she's straight back to checkpoint, mate. There's secrets, but you've got to earn the secrets. You don't just walk through a hidden wall and go and collect a piece of a broken amulet that you possess. You have to fight a mini-boss, and then you come out of that mini-boss arena and you've got to work your way all the way to the next checkpoint with next to fuck all life if you don't do it right. I don't know how else to explain it. I just think it's a really, really awesome 2D Metroidvania Dark Souls-esque battle platformer. And you could put old filters on it too. So you got 3 filters to choose from. They're original graphics, or you can put the haze over it, or like the lines through it to make it look really old. So, Slain Back from Hell, available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Steam. I think it's about $20, $15. I'd say it's definitely worth $15, but if it's your genre, then you won't be too upset with paying $20 for it. There's a little bit of replayability. There's a lot of difficult trophies / achievements if you're one of those sorts of people, like finish the game without dying. 1% of people have got this. Fuck off. I wanted to ask you something. Talking of achievements and everything, have we had an update to the Xbox OS that you know of? The operating... Has there been any form of update, firmware update?
What, just recently?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. Why?
Oh, because there's a couple of things that are different. Now, when you go into achievements, it's got like the PlayStation. It tells you the percentage of people that have achieved this and stuff like that.
Oh, does it? I've not noticed. I've never really checked them in a while.
Well, I check through my achievements every now and again. God, not for vanity, but so I can pick a new background for me Xbox. I love how they give you backgrounds that you can use when you would get the achievements. So that's why I'm constantly going through there. But now I've noticed there's a little diamond symbol next to some of the achievements, and when there's a diamond symbol there, it will give you the exact percentage, like the PlayStation does, the rarity of the achievement.
Oh, okay.
Which I think's cool.
Yeah, a little bit off topic, but with Xbox, do you use the Xbox to watch Netflix?
No, I don't.
What do you use?
I've got a Roku, like a Telstra TV hub.
Oh, okay. My Netflix on my... Because I do all my media on my Xbox One, right? So
and at your place, just to interrupt, just at your place is the first time I'd seen the Xbox used as the media box. You know how it used to cop some shit when it first came out.
Yeah.
But that, in addition to being able to play the games, I was one to rag on it. Oh, it's a media box, it's not a game station. I think that is fucking unreal.
Are you talking about how, like, I can turn the Xbox on, turns the TV on, turns the stereo
Does everything.
on, turns the set-top box on, and same if I turn it off? Yeah, it's great.
Xbox, free-to-air TV, bang.
Yep. Xbox Watch 7, and it'll put it on Channel 7, or Xbox...
I think that's fucking brilliant.
But Netflix is broken. Oh,
no way.
Yeah, it's broken. I deleted it, reinstalled it, and it worked. Broken again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on with it.
I would say.
What's wrong with it is it'll have... It's like cut down the middle of the screen. So the right-hand side... Like, try to explain it properly. Think about cutting the screen in half and swapping them over.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, it's doing that. And so you can't watch it. It's impossible. It's broken. So it's been a pain in the ass. Like, everything else on the Xbox is fine, like watching TV and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the Netflix app, absolutely smashed, broken. So I've been having to use the PS4, which sucks because I have the remote control for the Xbox and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, doesn't matter. I just thought I'd mention that. Anything else for you?
Only Clash Royale.
Yes, me too.
Still smashing the tits off that.
Yeah, even if I'm not in the mood to play it, I'll still boot it up and request cards and donate cards.
Get your 10 trophies a day.
Yeah. I'll still go in there and have a crack and get smashed.
Well, I checked the leaderboards, man. You're up 1,900.
I got to 5th place and then dropped back down to 8th.
It tends to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting there. I'm still keen on playing.
I got a pretty big buffer now between 1st and 2nd.
Mm.
I'm absolutely smashing it.
I got to 1st place on Clash of Clans.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. You're a fucking boss in it.
Probably the only one playing it still.
Oh, Pierce does.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Pierce.
Nice. Hi, Pierce.
But yeah.
Anything else?
Nah, I'm done.
All right, well, I'll just go through the ones that I haven't mentioned. The Division. Played The Division last night for a couple of hours with Snoogans and Reprimir. We streamed. And I had, well, it was a shit run. We're in the dark zone, and just everyone was an arsehole.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of rogues running around there, and they weren't in party chat, so we could hear them. And their ignorance was what frustrated me the most. Like, the three of us just went to an extraction. There happened to be another team up there, and we could hear them. They're like, why would they come up here? We're just trying to extract. Why don't they just leave us alone? And I'm thinking, we're not coming up there to fight you. We want to extract too. Do you think that might be a possibility, you dickheads? Anyway, we approach them, and they just attack us. Just flat out attack us for no reason. Reprimir got killed. Snoogans got killed. I managed to do the Harry Holt in time. Ran away.
Nice.
Then we went to another extraction a little bit later on, and there were two guys. Well, there was one guy up there, and we're like, oh, we'll leave him be. And then we noticed in the distance he had a mate on the other side of the building. He ran off and went and joined with him, and I'm thinking, oh, as soon as we go to put our loot on the rope, they're going to snipe us. And Jason goes, oh, I'll take the hit. You guys stay in cover. I'll run and go and try and put it on there. If they attack me, then obviously they can only get me and not you guys. So he did that. They attacked him just like we thought they would. I've run off. like a hero. Snoogans tries to take him on. He gets put down as well. So I'm running away to the tactical
retreat.
Retreat, that's right. So I get out of there. Then I join up with them, and I'm running to another extraction. They respawn, go and grab their stuff. Because the guys were far away, they didn't get their gear, so they went and got back and got their own gear back, and then they met up with me, and we ran through a bunch of NPCs. And I've run through first and aggravated everyone. Then old Snoogans and Reprimir are behind and get destroyed. So I'm like, are you guys both down? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, alright, give me a second, do a U-turn, run back, pop me turtle, revive them both, and say, like, you guys good? Let's go. Like a fucking hero. And Jason goes, did you just have the tunes in your head just then? Like, here I come to save the day.
Mighty Mouse.
I'm like, yes. Yes, I do feel like that right now. So I just rescued them both from getting downed. And I just run in there and revive both of them. Thank God they were right next to each other. And we ran off and lived happily ever after. But yeah, so it was fun. I did get the shits because of the rogues were sort of ruining it. But because I can't fight rogues for shit. My setup's good against NPCs and stuff, but
yeah,
because I get health back on kill. But with rogues, I can't. I'm not set up for it. I've not put that much attention into it. But anyway, the Division, still enjoying it. Good game.
But there's a lot of sweaties in the DZ.
Yes, there is. Oh, and this guy was he sounded like a 45-year-old pom. He's like, do these guys really want to come and mess with me? I've got a one-hit sniper. Really? Oh, fuck you, spastic. We can hear you. And I don't want to take you on. I want to extract my shit. But anyway, he sounded like that 1080p Frankie guy, whatever his name is. Frankie in 1080p.
Yeah.
But this guy was a douchebag. Do you really want to take me on? No, I want to have a cup of tea and fucking extract my gear. Piss off. But anyway, we ran away. Moving on. Here's a weird one. I played Steep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I got into the Steep beta. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but nothing was in my face saying don't talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. You know, I played Infinite Air last week.
Yes.
Yeah, this is infinitely better than Infinite Air. It's a little bit more arcadey. You can pull off tricks and flips and cool stuff. Not super easy, but it's a little bit more forgiving. It's
more accommodating. Yeah, it's an arcade versus sim scenario.
And it's great. I think it's quite a good game. I like how you can swap between the wingsuit, the skis, the snowboard. Is that it? No, there's another one. No, paragliding as well. So you can parachute down the mountains and stuff. You can find different routes, different areas you can go. World map and change around. I reckon Steep will do well. I think it should do well anyway.
Yeah, well, we played at the expo.
Yeah, I didn't have much time with it, and it bugged out and crashed and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yours did, didn't you? You had to fucking full reset that shit.
Yeah.
I remember. Sorry.
I had a shit experience with it, and it was really frustrating because when you're in the wingsuit, you've got to walk really, really slow, which was shit. But now I know that you can avoid all that, so it's good. I think it'll do well as a good snow sports game. But it's way more accessible than Infinite Air.
Well, talking of accessibility and knowing Ubisoft the way we do, given that sort of layout of mountains and everything, constant content and seasonal content is going to be so easy for them to add. So I reckon that it'll have good lifespan as long as there's a team dedicated to work for it like they've got with Rainbow Six.
Yeah, but it'll go well. And the voiceovers sound a lot like the Division guys.
Yeah, no doubt. They probably are the same.
It's probably the same voices from the Division. But yeah, like the guy will come over the radio and say, hey, you can do this, you know. And I'm like, hey, aren't you from New York? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you go back to your main menu and you got someone sitting there with a bandage going, oh, I wish I could get out there and ski.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Palau.
If I fucking go into a ski shop and the chick says to me, hey, stupid, I'm turning it off. That really grinds my gears when I go into the dark zone.
Grinds my gears.
It does.
At least they sell good stuff now.
Hey, stupid. Oh, if you could shoot.
Over here.
I'd fucking shoot that bitch. I fucking hate it. But anyway. So Steep. The Steep beta's going well. Didn't crash for me at all and played really well. So, and it looks good. Last and the least I'll talk about is the Steam Link, because I haven't finished with my review of it yet. But the Steam Link is a tiny little external hard drive size little thing.
Yep.
I plugged it into my telly. Plugged in the Xbox the Xbox 360 wireless dongle thing that I've got.
Yep.
Turned on Steam on the computer. Turned on the controller. And played. Didn't even have to do shit. It's easier than the PC, because in the PC, if I plug in the dongle, even if it's been installed, but if I plug that dongle into a different USB slot, I have to reinstall it.
Yeah.
I have to reinstall the driver. I just plugged it into the Steam Link, didn't do a thing, just literally plugged it in and hit the power button on the controller. She synced up, she connected, found my computer immediately, loaded it up. Happy days. And it brings up like a mouse cursor, and I'm like, oh no, it doesn't want me to use a mouse. Disappeared. No, it stays there. Uses a thumbstick to move the mouse cursor. Because you might not be too aware of it, but some Steam games will open up a dialogue box when you go to open it. Yeah. Like old school style. Like what's it called? Skyrim does it. So it
opens the Bethesda.net fucking.
It opens up a little thing where it says play options, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And you can't control that with a controller because it's not designed for that. It's designed to be used with a mouse. But you just use the left stick as a mouse and press A on it, and it boots up. So you don't have to put a keyboard and mouse into the thing, which is good because I'm too far away from the TV to do that. Steam Link worked fine. I played played Skyrim on it. 1080 was nice and clear. I think it was 60 frames most of the time. It's not, and this is probably the end result for my review. I don't know because I haven't played it too much yet. It's never going to be like playing on your computer itself, but damn, it's close enough. It is almost there, and it's
for all the pros you get being able to sit out in a more comfortable location and use whatever TV you want. I think that's well worth the
100%
the downgrade in
absolutely
quality.
And it's only a slight, but I'm going to try more games, try some more demanding ones, and all different types of games before I make my final decision. But that review will be coming at some stage in the next coming weeks. But that's it, man. That's it.
Brilliant.
That's all I got. So
let's get a little bit more knowledgeable
about what
with the news.
Oh, okay then.
Didn't you grow up associating the news with smart people?
No, I associated
people know what's going on in the world.
I associated the news with 6 o'clock, and I had to go back into my bedroom because I didn't want to watch the fucking news while my dad ate dinner. Because it was boring. It was boring as a kid. I'm like, fuck, Dad's coming to have dinner. I'm going to quickly eat now before he comes because then I have to watch the news.
Yeah, you watch Banana Man, then you got to switch over from ABC to the news for your old man.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right.
And Banana Man.
Yeah, he'd walk in, and he'd be like, Mum would be like, quick, change the channel. I'm like, nah, you fucking do it. I'm going to my room. That's boring. So, yeah. Play me Mega Drive or me Sega Saturn or some shit. All right, let's go into video game news. Okie dokie. All right, Red, first up in the news, you've got hidden new IP for Ubisoft. Tell us about that.
Okay, this is complete speculation.
Oh.
But I'll give you a little bit of a... No. It's not me speculating. I'm speculating on speculation. No.
Very good.
Anyway, okay. So there's some released footage from, I would assume, a reviewer's copy of Watch Dogs 2. Now, I'll put it to you, Luke. You remember in Watch Dogs 1, you used to hack other people's terminals and you could see inside their life and everything like that, but you could also like hack corporations and get their files and everything?
Yes.
Well, in this one, you have to hack in a side mission an in-game representation of Ubisoft themselves.
Okay.
So when you hack that, you download a confidential trailer for a game.
Are they called Ubisoft?
And because it comes up. You know how you get your NDAs? You know how you get your NDAs and everything, and if you're doing like a beta test, it'll have your name float across the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or on this video, it's got a big circle with a line through it and it says Ubisoft Confidential, do not distribute.
Mm-hmm.
But the trailer depicts colourful spaceships orbiting alien worlds, potentially salvaging destroyed ships set to slide guitar music. Now, the video is able to be seen on YouTube, the actual footage of the trailer in-game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
A lot of people go, oh, it could be just an Easter egg and everything like this. But the sheer amount of work put into this small trailer, it seems like a whole lot of work and modelling just for a one-off Easter egg gag, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
And given the track record of Ubisoft putting hidden Easter eggs inside the game, which have a direct correlation or representation of what they're working on, is not beyond them. We only have to look at the division. Like, I know there's no spoilers but the Easter eggs in there. The Ubisoft station, one of your safe houses, it's got like grow home and everything up on the walls and everything like that. So they're self-aware of themselves in game. So the likelihood that this could actually be true is, it's 50-50. I'm not ready to write it off considering Ubisoft's track record. So with the release of the game today, as we said at the head of the show, we are sitting at the 15th of the 11th, so Watch Dogs 2 Day. Happy Watch Dogs 2 Day. But if you're listening to this on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week, and you have played it, give us your thoughts.
Yes. All right, that's it for that one, and we'll move on to. Sorry, you say something?
Nope.
Oh, I think you've got some issues on your end. It's doing weird things. But anyway, next in the news, Microsoft are angry at Activision. Nobody wants to play with me. Is that what the problem is?
Oh, Activision doesn't want to play with me, I think would be more a lead role. So, Microsoft has laid some blame on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's disappointing Windows 10 store release and they lay the blame squarely at the feet of Activision. So copies of the game purchased on the Microsoft storefront are incapable of playing online with copies purchased on Steam.
Oh, yes, I have heard of this.
So we got the cross-platform play, and obviously a lot of that is always like we did with Gears of War with Brownie. You know, he was on PC and we were on Xbox and it worked perfectly.
Yes.
So as far as the Microsoft storefront bought games, I'm not sure whether that plays with the Xbox One, but it doesn't work with the Steam bought copies. And that's because Microsoft set up and ready to do it. Activision have said no.
Oh, that's shit.
So people have been seeking people have been seeking a refund from Microsoft themselves just to turn around and repurchase it on Steam.
Yeah, because the majority
Microsoft
of people would be on Steam.
Refunds too, by the way.
They have given them.
Yes, they have given refunds.
Wow, I think you're getting a mad delay on what I'm saying.
Oh, I knew I was having issues. I'm not downloading anything. If that's any.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. You can hear me all right?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. All right, we'll keep going. Next up on the news.
Yeah, go on.
All right, you've got Xbox One sales are still flying.
Yes, well, we have commented on this and even reported the news on this earlier with Xbox sales outselling predominantly PlayStation 4, we'll say, over the last 3 months. Well, we can now turn around and tick off month 4. They've now 4th consecutive months of Xbox One sales topping the PlayStation 4. And I mockingly said last week or the week before that, well, everyone owns a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So now people are starting to save their money, and due to the release of the One S, day one or original Xbox Ones are really cheap. Xbox One S's are really cheap. They are more accessible financially than they ever have been before. I shit you not. I'm contemplating sometime in the future of getting a One S instead of upgrading to a Pro.
Yeah.
That's where I put my money if I had it. But so just to put this to bed, I went and done a little bit of research, so you can call me Dr. Red. Anyway, what I wanted to, I've done some research. I got total sales as of October last month for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So worldwide, PlayStation 4 have sold 45.27 million units.
Yep.
Xbox One have sold 23.5.
Whoa.
So half. So I'd say that's why the sales are now starting to rise for the Xbox One, because I made a joke that everyone has an Xbox, has a PlayStation 4. Based on those figures, nearly every gamer has a PlayStation 4, or nearly every console gamer has a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's also other likely contributing factors, like the release Gears of War 4, and we've got Dead Rising coming next month. There's been a few cool exclusive titles for Xbox One, and it's now starting to look a whole lot more attractive to own one. So
yeah,
we'll see. But
Nice.
that's it. I got some legitimate figures to back up my what I thought was a bit of a funny. But no, everyone owns a PlayStation 4.
All right, wonderful. That's all for this week's news. There'll be a little bit of update in Last Words later on. So for now, let's just go into What's That Sound?
Yeah. Oh, it's a big What's That Sound week.
It is Big What's That Sound Week because of off the back of episode 150. We did state that we're going to give away the the PlayStation 4 dual charger from Energizer.
Yep.
So that's what the winner that we're going to announce the winner today. So, well, first of all, we'll play last week's What's That Sound.
Yep.
Okay, wise guys, here's the score. Rule number 1, my way or he's a dead mother way. Take your pick. There ain't no more rules. Okay, wise guys,
Whoops.
here's the score.
Forgot I had that on
Rule number
repeat. You can hear it again if you like. That was last week's sound. Neither of us got that, did we?
No, we didn't. Not on the day.
No. So we left it up to everybody else to see if they could get it. And the idea was the first person to message us with the correct answer is going to get the awesome big prize for episode 150. We have now. This is what day is it? Tuesday. So we've only got 3 correct answers so far. And one of them was first, obviously, and that's our winner. I'll give you the 3 correct answers. So the 3 people that got it correct, I should say, which was Conker's Bad Fur Day. Those 3 people were Nathan Says, Brendan Brown, and Ross Mark. What are you laughing at?
Nathan Says. That's because old school Facebook, it used to come up with your name and then it'd have what you wrote. So he always had, Nathan Says, I'm having bacon for breakfast. Or something like that. Nathan Bowden.
Is that why he's got his name as that?
Yeah, it used to be, Nathan Says, hi everyone. So third person, he's a mate of mine.
Nah.
So he's straight. Nah, that's Dean Nah. Yeah, that's him.
Okay, so there's Nav, Brendan Brownie Brown, and Ross Mark. So they were the 3 that have so far given correct answers, and like I said, one of them was correct. So I'll give you the winner at the end of this segment. It's not Aaron Buck.
And we'll give you... Lock it in, Eddie. Okay, we'll have the answer after the break.
Yes, exactly. All right, but first, let's listen to this week's What's That Sound? Are you ready, Red?
Yes, I'm ready, Luke. Eddie. Purple.
Okay, the title of this one is Potato. I actually think I know the answer before listening to it.
Already?
Yeah. Do you?
No.
Okay, let's have a listen. If I laugh my head off, it's because I know it without even hearing it. All right, here we go.
Oh, hi. So, how are you? Because I'm a potato.
I knew it without even listening to it.
Is it...
Yeah, it's...
Wow! I've never played that game.
Yeah, that is so easy, Rep Premier. Maybe he's just helping me out because he knew I'd get it. Well, you
don't need help.
Well, no, not anymore. Technically, you said it first. Do I get a point even though I knew it?
Yeah, we'll get one each.
Okay, we'll have one each.
Yeah, it's a total score of what we get right.
Whoops, I just took a point off you. My bad. There we go.
Was it one? Oh, keep saying the name red.
Yeah, let's listen to it again.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
Oh, you know what? I should know which one it is. It's been a long time since I've played it. I'm happy to give you the point regardless.
Yes.
And take a point off for me if I don't get the right.
Oh.
Well, not take a point off. I mean, like, just take that point away.
Yeah, pick 3.
Oh, come on, think. I'm going to go with 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard. That's it. I'll lock in 2. All right, so that's what that one is. I definitely know that. I'm not even going to ask. Well, I'll ask Jason to confirm which one it is, because it's obviously the answer is either a 1 or 2. There's a sequel to the game that we're talking about, but everyone's going to get this one, surely. So, if anybody else listening at home or in your car, you think you know the answer to this week's What's That Sound, send us a message to our Facebook page, and if you are correct, you may find yourself on the receiving end of a free game. So, get that happening if you know the answer.
I've got to have a laugh quickly before we do announce the winner, because
Okay.
it's What's That Sound related. Naf, or Nathan, kept putting his answer in for What's That Sound on the pinned post for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually sitting there, as I normally do, sitting there with my my phone in my hand, and it comes up, ding, so I check the notification straight away, and I seen he put in there Conker's Bad Fur Day, so I deleted it. And then my phone goes, ding, Nathan says it's commented on your post you shared. Oh, okay, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Delete it. Ding, Nathan says it's commented on the post you have shared about Conker's Bad Fur Day. Delete. Then my phone starts ringing. Man, I can't put my answer in. I said, yeah, you know why? I said, because I keep fucking deleting it. I said, this is a cool game, this one. And he goes, what are you doing that for? I said, listen to the fucking instructions, man. I know he's going to be listening to this right now and going pissing himself. So, shibby. Shout out, but before there's actually a shout out to Naf, man. You're fucking good value. That was fucking funny. He goes, is something wrong? I said, no, it's not. He goes, yeah, I keep putting my answer on. I know. And he goes, how do you know? I said, because I keep deleting the fucking thing.
That's funny. Good on you, Nav. All right, well, we'll announce the winner for last week, and the person to get in there first, and I delayed the show till about 7 a.m, so it was both YouTube and the podcast went on iTunes and all that sort of stuff at the same time. But the winner who listened to the show got the answer correct first out of Nathan, Brendan and Ross was Ross Mark.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ross. You are the winner. However, I think you're probably one of the only idiots that didn't give us your address. Did he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Ross, give us your address and we'll send it to you. Special edition thing. Congratulations. You earned it. You did what you needed to do. You got in there first and you're always there, so you're very deserving. So thank you very much, Ross Mark. Thanks as well to everybody else that entered. Those that with correct and incorrect. Good stuff. Might see if I can shoot you a game anyway. That's it. That's What's That Sound. Let's go into Red's Shout.
Okay, not to stretch this out too long, but I don't give a fuck because the name of the segment starts with Red, and so it's about me. So I'll do what I want. We've been doing our videos lately, so a blanket shout is to everyone that has partaken in Red's recap on Lucas's last 48. It is your contribution and your support is why we keep doing it. And every now and again we have a big one, don't we?
Yes.
We get the video that just hits the straps. And I had one last week, and because I'm selfish and self-indulgent, I'm going to concentrate on that one for this week's shout. And so instead of shouting out 5 people, I'm going to shout out fucking 29.
Okay.
Mate-ish. So, listen for your name. Sean Craig Thompson, as per usual. Adam Hudson, Ross Mark, of course, Robert White, as per usual, Martin Creamers, welcome back to the shout, David Ransley, first time here, welcome, Daniel Woods, mate of mine, first time also, Ben McDonald, haven't called your name, Adam Hadel, welcome to the club, Paul David Clennett, new one also, new to the page, I do believe also, getting right amongst it, Ross Mark, already said it, so stop touching yourself, Ross. Andrew Threefall, first time getting a shout, Nathan Says, who the fuck's Nathan Says? Shibby! George Schneider back on the shout list. So to all you boys, big shout out. Thanks very much for the contribution you made and helped make that post such an engaging one, because it wasn't just it wasn't a piss take or a laugh or just people joining in. Everyone had a really good point of view as far as the PS4 Pro was concerned, and it was nice to be able to revisit my thoughts with all you guys. So there's a shout out there. But there needs to be a double big shout. Thank you very much, True Aussie Gamers Legend, #BAM, Martin Creamers. He went through his Humble Bundle library and everything like that, and there was half a dozen games there that he wasn't going to make any use of, so he used us as a catalyst to be a nice guy and give away some Steam code games, and everyone that jumped on there and grabbed one was very respectful and said thank you very much. But from the two of us here, from the bottom of our hearts, you're this week's #1 shout. Thank you very much for your kindness and your generosity. We do appreciate it. It only makes us all better.
Yeah, it's real good when he does that. That's real generous, real nice. Thank you very much.
It's a true gamer, like we say, true Aussie games, right? But it's not. It's gaming at its core. You know, it's not this salty thing that the internet's created to make us look like these sweaty nerds. It's sharing the experience and sharing the love, and yeah, you got something there. Why just let it sit there? I know you've done it before in the past. You normally do it on our birthday, on Aussie Gamers' birthday. You give away a game every hour.
Yeah, so. I've done that before. Yeah, that's coming up in a few months. March, I think it is. All right,
we'll have to organise some Steam codes for that.
Yep, that's it for Red Shout.
It is. Sorry, I took up 90% of the show.
No, it's all good. Last words.
Last words, right? Yeah, you get the ball rolling, my man.
All right, first of all, last words. I'll touch on the fires. I did mention that I was going to have a quick mention of it. Man, I had the fires in my face. It was the scariest, most real thing that I've ever had to deal with in my life. I've run into a fire before.
Yeah.
But that was like a relatively small bushfire that I ran in because I thought there was a kid in there, blah, 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 but there wasn't. And I just quickly ran back out. This time the fire was engulfing the entire Crown Land, sort of bushland, which is right across the road from my parents' home. There was a point there when I really did think that the fire was going to cross the road and burn my parents' house down. 1,000 times I pleaded with my dad to leave, but yeah, typical old school, this is my home, I'm going to defend it. He wouldn't leave. And he told me, he goes, look, if you don't want to be here, leave. I couldn't do it. I just had to stay there with him. And we had the hoses out. There was heaps of fireys there as well. The fire and rescue were there. And they were doing their thing. But we had some big hoses as well that my old man set up. And because it's not the first time that they've had to fight fires there because of the area. It's rural. And I was putting out fires in the trees and stuff out the front of Mum and Dad's house, and I could hear the flames coming. I could hear them first across the road. When I saw the flames, man, that scared the shit out of me, man. Scariest thing I've ever had to go through. If you go and check out Lucas's last 48 from last week, you'll see I've put a little bit of footage and some photos in there, and it's one of the most horrible things that anyone could ever go through. So I wouldn't want anyone to have to go through that, and people that have been through that, you know what I'm talking about.
I was touched that when you got home and settled, you rang me just to level out a little.
Yeah, I needed to like debrief, so to speak, and just get it off my chest. Yeah. So yeah, I gave you a call and just said, yeah, dude, I'm still alive, but geez, that was scary. There was a little point there where I thought I was going to die. Yeah,
of course. That's the adrenaline.
Yeah, and scared the hell out of me. Really did scare the hell out of me. To the point where I couldn't see, like there was that much smoke, I couldn't see 3 meters in front of my own face. Yeah, so that was horrible. But anyway, I just thought I'd quickly touch on that, but we'll move on. Last week we talked about the death of the Wii U. Apparently that there was news saying that they were stopping production. Nintendo stomped that out and said, it's not true. It's not true at all. And then about a week or a fortnight later, because I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before, Nintendo have come out going, okay, maybe it was true. Seriously, they in an official post, this isn't from a spokesperson, but like a post where they sell their products, it comes from Nintendo saying production is scheduled to end soon for the Wii U.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, why would you deny it?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. They weren't ready to announce it, but 2 weeks later go, yeah, no, it was true. We were just lying.
They probably had a sale on.
Yeah, probably.
Or because of this leaked information and the speculation over the internet, people are starting running out and grabbing them. And Nintendo are making a mint off the Wii U, so I thought, let's confirm it and say there's only 100,000 left and sell them all.
Yeah.
This could be a very good marketing ploy.
Possibly, but anyway, they've kind of it's confirmed that it is dying. Well, I mean, it's obvious it's going to die soon, but they haven't given a date as to when they're going to stop production. But whatever I say, I've already got one, so it's all good. Hey, Red, PlayStation 4 Pro's out. You get one?
Yep. No. As I did say, I'd prefer to upgrade my box to a 1S. Before I go from a 4-door Pro, thank you.
Now, the biggest reason why I wasn't going to bother is I don't have a 4K TV.
Yep.
Might be getting one.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm about to get one too, actually.
Yeah, I might be getting one with a Pro.
With a Pro?
Yeah.
Wow. What's put on this big flip?
Dunno. I'm thinking...
You've got to have the best, don't you? You fucking Weeksy 2.
Yeah, Red. I'm thinking...
Fucking Weeksy 2, Brendan Brown, fucking a lot of you. You've got to have the... I know I dig that, because you're
Red's going to get upset with me because I'm not going to be a PS4 bro with you.
No, fuck it. I'll stand tall. I will represent.
I don't know when. I don't know when, but it's getting to the point where I actually messaged Weeksy because he knows a lot about tellies, and I messaged him a model that I was looking at. I said, "Is it any good?"
And he went back and went, "Yeah, man." And he went, "Fuck."
Yeah, it actually is pretty good for the size that I want and what I'm getting and stuff. But yeah, I might be doing it, dude.
Well, I come to the conclusion yesterday talking with Prue. I'm going to get a 60-inch 4K TV.
Mm-hmm.
When we buy a house.
When you buy a house?
Because I'm going to wall mount it and I'm going to have speakers in the room. I'll make because, look, a lot of people don't know me and you're going to think I'm lazy because I have my main TV in my bedroom. Not in a lounge room, not in a living room because I don't like people. People don't come over for coffee to sit there and watch the TV with me. They come over for a quick laugh or a feed. We have a few drinks, then they fuck off. So we don't really have this living space. My living space is in the kitchen because with my chefing background, I like to be hospitable and trying to feed people or making them coffees or getting them a beer or whatever. You know, that's my zone. That's my main area of hanging out with people is in my kitchen living room area. So the main time that I watch TV is when I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I want my highest quality TV and surround sound in my bedroom. Prue works night shift. She comes home, we can make the room really, really dark, but if she wants to watch TV for an hour and a half before she goes to bed, albeit be 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, but that's her 6, 7 p.m. for a normal person.
Yeah. I
want her to have the best, most comfortable place to be with the best picture quality and the best sound quality. So I told Prue, so I'm going to buy a 60-inch 4K TV. It's going, or 50 to 60. It's going to go on the wall, 60. And we will be 60. So, and we'll be getting a surround sound with it and a Blu-ray player. So we'll have a whole entertainment setup, and it's going to be in my room, in the main bedroom. So that's when I'll be buying my major 4K telly.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure when, but it's the wheels are turning.
Good.
I can't help myself. I still disagree with its existence.
I'm still more than happy for you, though.
Yeah, I still disagree with its existence, but I can't fight the urges.
No, I knew it'd only be a matter of time.
And my last words, Battlefield 1 controller competition is running, and it's running for the next, 3.5 weeks now from when you're hearing this. You can enter by going and have a look at the pinned post on the Facebook page. It'll explain how you can enter. I'm also going to introduce new ways along the way to get extra entries, but they'll come a bit later. So it's a Battlefield 1, Xbox One, and Windows controller, which has extra buttons and all cool stuff on it and stuff.
Spiffy.
So you can win that. Red, any last words? Any more last words?
Yeah, I got a couple of really quick ones that didn't warrant to be news. There are rumours that Survival Expansion 1.5 for The Division will be available the 22nd of this month on Xbox and PC.
And I've heard it sucks.
Wow, it's Hunger Games. Looks okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to trying it out at least. Next, there's been a big cry for Blizzard to redo Warcraft 1 and 2, and they have come out and said no, simply stating it's just not fun anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Blizzard Warcraft 1 and 2 fucking remaster will sit up next to Titan.
Yep.
Last but not least, Ubisoft have come out and said that they are going to support another season's worth of content for Rainbow Six
Lovely.
Siege. So another, because we're about to get the release of the fourth and final, or what we suspected to be the final deal, the map and operators being Japanese in orientation. But they've now come out and said that we're going to support it for another 12 months because we've had such a strong following for this 12 months. So there will be another 8 operators and 4 maps free to you. Well, free. Yeah, you can get it for free. You just got to earn it by in-game currency, or you can buy the season pass, which I will do more research for next week's Last Words and see if the season pass that you bought for the first season will be inclusive of season 2 content.
No,
that's my job this week.
It won't.
I don't reckon.
Me neither. But now they can bring out an operator called Smooth.
Yeah, they've got 1 in 8 chance now.
That's right. All right.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the end of the show.
Hey.
This was a triumph.
Yeah.
Remember
So
that?
all those... No.
Oh, was that before your time?
Must have been.
I'm making a note here. Huge success. No? None of that rings a bell?
Must have been real early.
Yeah, never mind then. I'll tell you about it after the show.
Yep.
After
So to all those people that listen avid a lot, let us know if you did sense a couple of little bits of differences in today's show, and tell us whether you like it or not. And if you don't reply back with anything, I'm going to take it that you loved it, and I'm not going to fucking change a thing.
Sounds good. All right, anything else? All good? All done?
Nah, mate.
All right, thank you everybody to listening. Good luck with all the prizes and things like that. Oh, quickly, one quick last word. Yeah. I might have 3 copies of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 to give away soon. Maybe.
Aaron Button.
Not Aaron Button.
Because I've already got it.
That's right. All right, so keep an ear out for those. We've got heaps of giveaways coming. It's so good to be an Aussie gamer right now. All right, thank you everyone for listening, and we will talk at you guys again in another week from now. Thanks everyone. I have been Lucas.
And I am still red.
Like a newspaper.
Peace.
So what's your middle name, Red?
Douglas John Kneebone. DJ Kneebone.
What?
DJ Kneebone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My middle name is Aaron. My full name? You've stopped recording, yes?
No.
Oh, Aaron Douglas John Kneebone Button. So, DJ Kneebone.
You're a weird person. All right, I'm going to press stop now.
Good.
Oh, sorry about that. The show is over. While you wait for the next show, check out Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and everything else that teenagers know how to use better than us. If you want to send us an email, send it to info@aussiegamersexpress.com and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We will be talking at you soon enough on the next episode of the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast.